So increasingly today we're seeing a lot of business and executives reach out to people in the theater community to learn how to build communication skills and presence and impact and poise. We at the Smith School think we've got a wonderful competitive advantage. Thanks to access to actors and talent, and thanks to our partners on campus like the Clarice Smith Center for Performing Arts, we believe we can put together curricula that can unleash students' talents and really raise their level of self-awareness.
The cross-pollinization. Everybody that's in business is in some form or another an actor, and every actor in the industry is in some form or another a businessman. And that pretty much goes for anything that you're pursuing. So, by combining these two, by combining the business and the theatrical schools, you develop a sense of security, you develop a sense of savvy that a lot of people are only now just beginning to see the real benefit of.
And for our students, what that means is they can walk out onto the stage in the classroom and give a presentation in a case competition in front of their classmates. Or it means they can step off an elevator and have that conversation with the recruiter, or walk into the interview with confidence, because they realize that all life is a stage.
And largely, you know, the idea of improvisation and the idea of viewpointing is really to get in touch with yourself. And get in touch with your honest self, that very thing that you had, that you were born with, that's a part of you, that you really don't have anything to do to acquire. But you build up a castle, a wall around you as life goes on, and it's an exercise that gets you back to the basic self, self-worth, self-value. And it gives you the opportunity to learn again how to be present, how to have presence. You know,
one of the things that we've been working on in the MBA program that we think is absolutely critical for leadership success and career success is self-awareness.
Absolutely.
We think it starts with self-awareness. You have to know where you're starting from before you know where you're going to. And we believe through these kind of workshops we're helping students understand their passions, their values, where they are and where they want to go so that they can have impact here and in society in general.
Yeah, in their lives. This isn't just about business, this is about life. This is about making choices in terms of your self-worth, in terms of your self-sense of honesty.
But it starts with you have to know yourself and you've got to be authentic. One of the things that the research tells us is that if you come across trying to be fake or disingenuous, not only does it turn off your customers, it turns off your teammates, it turns off the people that you're trying to lead. And we want our students to understand that.
Absolutely. Well, but ultimately, and what that means is that they're disconnected from themselves and the community by doing so. They're standing outside of themselves. They're trying to manipulate the situation, wherein the thing to teach the students, the thing that the students need to know most is to give in to the situation, to give in to the community, to say yes to whatever comes their way. That's where improvisation is helpful. By saying yes to whatever comes your way, any obstacle becomes that opportunity for them. And ideas can begin to just spout because we're all enhancing each other.
And it's looking at it from a recruiting or employment context. I mean, our students, when they meet a recruiter for the first time, whether it's an elevator pitch or whether it's walking into that interview, it's all about understanding that audience, connecting with them right off the bat. And we're hearing from our corporate employers that's what they're looking for out of MBAs. They want people that can come with passion, initiative, and presence. If I'm in consulting, if I'm in marketing, even if I'm in finance, working up on Wall Street, these are the kind of interpersonal skills that are absolutely critical for leadership and personal success.
Absolutely. Having freedom, having abandon, having the ability to take the risk in any given situation and to roll with what you're given. Obstacle becomes opportunity. That's what we're trying to inspire in these students.
Absolutely. And you know, Bob Smith years ago talked about the importance of taking on actions and challenges and not fearing failure.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that we see in our MBA populations in general, even in business society today, is a general fear of failure. So these kind of exercises and activities are helping people experiment, get out of their comfort zone, and really stretch themselves and take the risks needed to be effective leaders and consultants.
Give themselves the opportunity to bring art to the business. Give themselves the opportunity to find the fun in the work.
One of the things that we're hoping is through these Speaking with Impact workshop series that we can really enhance students' performance walking into the interview. Mark, you made some really great comments about you know, the power and how people perceive themselves walking into an interview.
Well, it's the most interesting thing to watch students, to see students telling themselves, writing the novel in their head of what they can or they cannot do before they even walk into a room. And it's ultimately self-defeating. Before they've even walked in there, they've already decidedly told themselves that it's not a possibility. What we're up to, what we're hoping for, is again to change that story, or to get rid of that story altogether, to give them the skill set, the tools, and the practice with those tools, to be able to walk into any given situation, whether it be a room, whether it be an elevator, whether it be walking down the street, and to engage with someone, person to person, or in front of a large audience, with the idea of real gameplay, with the idea of passion, with the idea of communicating fully, wholly, unabashed, unapologetically, knowing that they going in there have as much value as the person that might be offering the job. That it is a collaboration at the end of the day, and that collaboration starts with communication. That's a skill that we're hoping to give to the students. Don't try to control the moment when we're getting into this. Surrender to what it is, which goes with listen, which goes to saying yes.
And so we believe that great leaders are going to be developed through the science and the practice of research that we have here at the Smith School with leading folks in the management organization department, but as well as mixing that with, you know, we have the science and then we have the arts.
Absolutely. Alchemy. A little bit of magic never hurt anybody.
And at the Smith School, we're going to bring that magic to life.
You got it.